hear a squeak. When I look up and see his short curly hair and big cat-like eyes fixated on me. Let me hear a reason. She'd been reading in her usual spot at her usual time, but now she's rolled up in a wheelchair over to my desk looking fed up. About what? I'm surprised that since the Agaki usually never comes over and talks to me. I pull down my book I've been disinfecting. She now has her eyes like a cat. Don't act like you don't know. I'm asking you about that. She points behind with her thumb. Where's the problem? She's reading here. She was just here sometimes, I wouldn't mind. She's shown her face here before. Recently she's here all the time. It's totally distracting. Yes, I follow Yagaki is annoyed, pointing. Miyori's there, looking listless as she turns the pages of a book. Since when did she become a bookworm? She's not a type to come here and read books all by her lonesome. The way she says it makes me want to answer her. And what about you? But instead look at me, Yuri, and think about the exchange of a body measurement 4 days ago. Ever since she shouted at Ichigo. I guess everyone needs some alone time. The words trail off as I think about her. And ever since her incident 4 days prior, her attitude has hardened and she's been growing more and more distant in class. Yagaki snorts scornfully. Kosaka is not a type. She's a queen bee in the school cast. She should be with Tea Party right now, surrounded by her sidekicks and having a grand old time. She's right. Rika's holding a tea party right now. Mayuri, who isn't in any clubs, that usually pays a visit every day. It's weird she's alone. About her other Amity partner, it's like she's wearing a brain. Nerdy words like brain, school cast, the kind of words Rika might throw about. She's busy with other stuff. I don't know how to deal with Mayuri, who's shut herself off like me. But for now, we decided to just let her be. She's sad, I should comfort her. She's mad, I should placate her. But if I don't have a reason, there's nothing I can do. At first I thought Mayuri was just grouchy and got mad at Ichigo's teasing, but... she's so distant even when I try talking to her. Her rigid attitude makes it hard to talk to her. It's only natural people started avoiding her. Distant? So I guess it's not much reading, is she? Killing time. And well, what are you doing about it? What am I doing? Miyori is your Amity partner, right? Isn't it your role to say what's wrong, Miyori-san? Oh, delightful trolling from America. I already did. You're just still that wretched, huh? Guess you really has fallen off the top of a cast. If that's the case, what if you dragged her into your Trex League? We'll get her back to normal. Prex is the top of the academic hierarchy, right? That's definitely not me, I'm a total nerd. She flashes a cat-like grin at my words and uses her hands to cross her legs. I'm glad you speak my language. Aren't you more of a geek? Subculture geeks. Yuri both. Thank you! Thank you, Erika. You're wonderful, I love you. Geeks and nerds are not the same. People use that word interchangeable, and Erika gets it. A geek and a nerd is not the same. Yes, you're right. Well, I know you're not great at taking advice from people, but... don't bring the awkwardness between you and our Amity partner out in the public. Make up with her as fast as you can. If I could, I would. But She won't tell me the reason.
ま、
Well, what
適
if
当
we
に
try
様
watching
子
a
見
bit
て
and talking
話して
to
み
her?
たら
Honestly, you want to be
正直
sadly flipping pages in the library.
八重垣さん
You're so kind, Yagaki-san.
は
Huh? No. I'm just saying it's
うざい
annoying.
から
So
さっ
fix
さ
it
と
already.
決着つけろってだけだし
Yagaki is adorable. I love her. Besides Yagaki blushing and crossing her arms fills me with sudden desire to wrap her up in my arms and protect her. She's worried about me. I've got to do something. That is a true feeling of my way there. I want my Yuri to go back to normal. That much I've decided.
おや
Yeah.
おかえりだ
He's leaving. Farthest part of a library. Mayuri had taken one of Yagaki's favourite spots. He turns the book to a shelf. She then leaves out so much for glancing at us.
確かに
Her mind really is elsewhere. Riku and I decided to leave her alone for now, but Mayuri-san.
あいつの作ったケーキは
That cake she made
まず
wasn't
まずだ
bad.
ったまあまあ食べら
I
れ
guess
る
you could
く
say
ら
it
い
was
の
edible.
あいつがお茶会
You're
に
going to bring us snacks to a
手
tea
作り
party.
の菓子を持って
She might just have to go
くる
again. Yagaki says that with her back turned, facing a window. We sat at a seat where Mayuri had been sitting, feeling as though and chasing a shadow. I didn't know what to do, she says, during a break after class. The numbers may have decreased, but there's still a right ring of people around Mayuri. However,
私の時とは違う
it
け
was
れ
different
ど
for me, Sasaki. I glanced at them as they chat among themselves in a different group.
特にいちごさん
Ichigo
と
san
は
in particular, when
目
she
も
would
合
look
わ
at
せ
me
て
in
い
the
ない
eyes, it was unbearable.
さすがにこんなに続くようだと話をしなくちゃだわねでも様子を見ようって
But you said to wait and see.
数日なら共
I
同
think
生
these things
活だし
happen when you're living together, and we should
そう
just
いう
leave
こ
her
とも
alone
ある
for
だ
a
ろ
few
うっ
days.
て
But
こうってこう何日も引きずる
if
なら
things keep going on like this,
話を聞かないわけにはいかないわ委員長だから
is it because you're a class president or because you're an Amitiė partner? She looks at me with surprise, but quickly smiles.
友達だからよ
No, because I'm a friend. She says this frankly, as though it was completely obvious. For some reason, I feel I was a little stranger, feeling like anxiety loose on my hands.
ちょっと行ってくるわ
I'll be
ね
right back. I watch Rika head towards the group of Sasakis are talking. I sigh deeply yet quietly, but no one notices. Then, having a strong urge to read a book, I'm mudging around in my bag when... What's this? There's a white envelope inside. I don't recall putting a letter like that in my bag. I turn the envelope over and with suspicion. Is there a name? Let's check inside. I can't do anything I don't like inside. I open the envelope. A letter. I'm really there's no razor or anything inside, although I'm a little reluctant in case it's not actually for me. I glance over the letter. Beautiful letters are written neatly on proper writing paper. This is... There's no name on the envelope, but my name is clearly written on stationery. It's a letter from me. However, the sender's name is not written. A concise letter, only one page. It says, I want to be your friend. I admired you from afar and I want to be your friend. If you'd like to meet me, come to the auditorium after class. This brings back a hateful memory from my past. When I'd gone to my previous school for a short time, I received a very similar letter. Except this one didn't say, I want to be your friend, but rather, I want to go out with you. Just what shall I do? Just how shall I turn this down, I wonder, remembering how the boys laughed as they appeared. They called me pathetic for going to a meeting place and laughed at me derisively. I wonder if this letter is real. I might really want to be friends. The image of those boys jeering at me will never disappear. There's no boys to jeer at you here. But perhaps whoever this really is doesn't want to be my friend. My previous school was a co-ed, and the ones who tricked me were boys, Some girls were watching from afar, but they didn't do or say anything terrible.
男子は
There are no
もうい
boys
ないの
anymore,
だ。
so I'm better at tanking to people before, I think. There must be someone out there who will want to talk to me.
放課後、
After
行
class,
動へ。
in the auditorium. With faint hope glimmering in my heart, I carefully memorised the time written in the letter. After class, in the empty auditorium, I await the sender of a letter. My first time alone in the auditorium, and seeing about the silence in the chapel feels ominous. It somehow feels like the solemn mood is ringing a warning bell. I go away to the seat where the nuns give their sermons and find a letter left on the podium, which is similar to one left in my bag. Who is it from? Is it from Yuri? Or is it from Rika? I feel like Rika would already consider me to be a friend. Open the envelope, it contains the same stationery. I look over it. I knew it. Letter says, I can see you. Come find me. Before I look around, I say to myself, but it is as I thought, when I'm being set up.
初めにもらった手紙は
The first
真
letter I
摯なんだけれ
received
ど、
seems sincere, but it occurs to me that this letter can be a cruel joke.
帰った方がいいかしら。
Maybe we should just go back. No. Maybe we shouldn't. If you leave, you don't allow yourself a chance to do something good. So I'm gonna wait. There's nobody going to be mean to me here. Visions from my past. All those boys laughing at me flashed before my eyes, but
この手紙も仲良くしてくれようと砕けてい
maybe
る
this is
の
also
か
an
もしれ
attempt to
な
be
い。
my friend. People have their own ways of bridging the gap. I convinced myself that perhaps the writer of the letter is just a very informal person.
とは言っても、
Nevertheless, I put a hand on my chest, which had been filled with anxiety before I even opened his letter. My cowardly heart is beating
と
fast.
りあえず
I guess I'll try looking for her. Look around for any sign of a writer, trying to find him as I had instructed in the letter. There were many places to hide between the long wooden pews and ivory-coloured columns. Not only search the front door, but the left and right ones as well. I hear a small thump and look in the direction it came from, a column in the back. Staring that way for a long time, I finally let out a sigh, wondering if it was just my imagination.
いやー、見つかっちゃったか。
Ah, you found
せ
me.
っかく脅かす予定だったのに。
And here we were planning on scaring you. Was that one of the twins? From behind the column appears smiling, no grinning face coming my way.
佐々木さん。
Sasaki-san?
こんなに早く見つかるとは思わなかったよ。
I didn't think you'd find us so fast.
いや、だから
I
自
thought it was
爆
going
で
to
すよ。
explode. The two men were laughing as they talk.
佐々木さんた
Did
ちが
Sasaki-san
い
set
た
this
ず
up
ら
as
を
a
仕掛け
prank?
ていたの。
I never imagined the Sasakis, who I thought was particularly close with, and my classmates, would put a prank on me like this, like with a love letter with my childhood. My mouth is dry and my brain seems to freeze.
でもびっくりした。
I'm surprised.
カバンに手紙なんて
Bet you thought that letter
ラ
in
ブ
your
レタ
bag
ー
was a
かと
love
思っ
letter,
たで
didn't
しょ。
you?
ワクワクしちゃった。
Did you get excited? The two of them were smiling wickedly at me, and I... That is what you'd do, but it's just... I need to ruin if I do that.
そうね。
Yeah,
少し
I guess I got my hopes up a little.
本当に
Seriously?
ここって女子校だよ、ス
This is an
ーちゃ
all-girls
ん。
school, Suoh-chan.
これは
You're
胸
the
を
same
見ていて
sickness as
照
my
れ
Yuri
た
san.
まゆりさんと同
Watch
じ
her
病
staring
の
at
よ
people's
うです
chests and
ね。
blushing. I know it's a joke, but
やっぱり女子校ってそういう人が集まってくるのかな。 I
guess people like that would gather to a girls' school. I don't know about love, but I know even less about having feelings about another woman. I agree. But I talk nonchalantly about my Yuri, who's still dogged up by the incident from that day. I feel heat rising from my stomach at those two, who are talking as though it's already a thing of the past. So what did you think of it, the letter? You're just like them. Like who? Those boys who tricked me and laughed at me. Suoh-chan? A lazy tone of voice. Ringo, who I usually think is cute, peers at me as I look down. I'm sorry. Driven by rage and inability to bear them being any longer, I run from a place like a frightened rabbit. The sound of my own panting rings loudly in my ears. You thought it was a love letter, didn't you? I can see Ichigo's laughing face as he asks this question, superimposed on those boys' faces. Did you get excited? And Ringo's too. Why? As I run, I ask myself the same question I had back then. Why will no one ever accept me? The silhouette of my stepmother. Why does no one love me? I realise that I'm deep within the forest. I lean against a large tree and get my ragged breath under control. The tree's scent and warmth of trunk calms me slightly. The warmth on my back reminds me of my grandfather. He would gently rub my back whenever I got anxious. There are good things in life too. That's what he would say. But not in my life. I couldn't bring myself to say those words in front of my grandfather, but when I was alone I would. What should I do now? Mrs. Sarkis. And my Yuri has become more and more isolated. I take a deep breath and calm down for the gaze of a setting sun as it pours through trees and paints them red. Then I close my eyes. And I realise it's the end of the episode. Bye bye.